YouTube, wake up. Hey guys, I just wanted to sit down and explain the importance of yesterday's Nintendo Direct and why it stood out against a lot of different presentations that we've been seeing across the board that just haven't hit in the same way, even Nintendo Directs for years. Like, there's a reason why that this Nintendo Direct kind of exceeded them, and it's because this Direct had a theme that it stuck to very, very carefully. And its theme was just showing you the things that you thought weren't happening, the unexpected. So I also want to explain the importance of every announcement that I understand, at least the importance of, and why they were special to me, and what makes this, like, everyone's saying it's an A Direct. I think it's a B plus because there was no huge game. There's Metroid Prime, but it's not the hugest series. It's not going to apply to everyone. I love Metroid. I'm not totally convinced on Metroid Prime, even though I want to get into the series so much. I really want them to elevate the series. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. So Mario and Luigi first, like Mario and Luigi Brothership, man, Alpha Dream was a great Nintendo developer. They were doing the Mario and Luigi series, which is a RPG series for Mario and Luigi, a turn-based RPG, but it had a turn-based battle system that was active, and you're actively clicking inputs, doing combos with Mario and Luigi, basically somewhat there's like a rhythm to it, and it just brought so much extra oomph to JRPG gameplay, in my opinion. And also, me personally, I'm not a big JRPG guy because the games tend to be really long. I love getting into JRPGs, but I never end up finishing them. One thing I like about the Mario and Luigi series is the games are still like regular size. They're condensed. They're 20 hours or so. And then they still also they're super creative. They have Mario and Luigi meeting all these other people. The dialogue is hilarious. The stories are pretty cool. But anyway, this game has been gone for like all of this series has been gone for the whole generation of the Switch, because the company Alpha Dream that made it, that within Nintendo, they went bankrupt, and Nintendo didn't give them financial backing and save them. From what I understand, Nintendo did still hire a lot of the workers to their own staff, but the company is closed, so we haven't had those games in a while. And while they weren't the biggest Mario series, they were one of the biggest at the time. They were, like, in their heyday, they sold amazingly, and people really loved the games. There were so many. Me personally, I never played the Paper Mario games, but it always looked more interesting to me than those. So that was the Mario RPG I really stuck with. So it's been good just to see them come back after getting killed by the 3DS's plummeting sales, because they released their last game on the 3DS after everyone abandoned the 3DS for Switch. Like, the only game people would buy on the 3DS was Pokemon. Like, they wouldn't buy any other game. Every single game was flopping in sales. So next we have Metroid Prime 4. It's been revived. I don't need to say much about that, man. It's been gone. It was canceled after being announced like the first year of the Switch. It was canceled and brought back in 2019. They said they were rebooting it, got a new studio. It's been a while, and we've just been waiting to see that forever. We still don't know if it's going to be a Switch 2 launch title, if it's going to be a cross-gen game, but we're just glad to see it, because Metroid Prime has also been gone. Aside from the remaster, it's been gone since the Wii era. Then we also got the ability to play as Zelda in the new Legend of Zelda, and that's amazing. For one, I see a strategy that Nintendo is trying to appeal more with their female characters, because we just got the Princess Peach game. But anyway, even beyond Princess Peach being a thing, I've always wanted to play as Zelda in games. Maybe they could even put some of the Smash Bros move set in there, and that would be fire. But I'm just happy to see it, and it's so cool because I was expecting a 2D Link eventually. I mean, not 2D, but top down Link coming soon. It's just been a while, and I feel like they want to do Zelda games yearly, but they mixed it up with Zelda, and I like that so much. Like it's so cool to see companies do that. Like even with Sonic, when they did a Shadow game, it's cool. It's cool to just see the IP branch out. So yeah, that's gonna be dope because no one was expecting to be able to play as Zelda. I've been waiting for that for the longest. Then Marvel vs. Capcom returned. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and it's a whole collection. Like it's not just Marvel vs. Capcom 2. We got one. We got X-Men versus Street Fighter. And that's so cool. Capcom used to have the coolest Marvel games, and they had so many Marvel characters in their games. Like, man, it's crazy. The games have been delisted for like more than 10 years, probably. They've been delisted since the PS3, Xbox 360 era, I think. And it's just so cool to see those games back because I think those games have a lot more public clout than people think because even though they've sold well, but they haven't sold like crazy amounts. But in the arcades back in the day, especially I'm from New York. In New York, they had those arcades for those Marvel Capcom games everywhere, like every laundromat, the barber shop, like everyone wanted smoke, everyone played it before. That game was fire. Like it's clouded. Trust me. Then we have Fantasian. It finally got ported. That's by the creator of Final Fantasy, the original creator, and also it's composed by Nobuo Uematsu. I think I said that right, but he composed the original Final Fantasy music, and they worked with each other up until Final Fantasy 9, I believe. Then they left their company, made a few Xbox exclusives, which are pretty good. They made one Wii exclusive, and then they did phone games for a while, which led to Fantasian. Fantasian was their. It was kind of it's kind of like a console game, but it was locked off to Apple Arcade, which is an Apple gaming subscription service, which sucks. Like I've got like 60 hours into the game, but every time I want to play it again, I gotta resubscribe. So I'd just love to own Fantasian. That would be amazing. It's great to see it come to Nintendo Switch. It's been on the Apple Arcade since like 2021. Then after that, we even had Hello Kitty too. And I know that's a game that's been locked to Apple Arcade as well, to my knowledge. But that's just information I have from my sister. Because I'm not, I'm not into Hello Kitty like that. Um, Aside from that, we also had Dragon Quest 3 remake revived because we haven't seen that in a long time. That was announced alongside Dragon Quest 12 for a Dragon Quest anniversary stream, and then they just never showed anything on it for tons of years. But then, boom, in the direct, once again with the theme, things you thought will not happen. We get Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D coming alongside it next year. Like that's pretty crazy. And then we also got a release date this year for the 3. That's amazing. And what's so good is that so many of the games in this direct are coming this year. Like, and it's crazy because this is probably the Nintendo Switch's last year where it's really gonna be like Nintendo's main console where they're dropping games. So it was insane. I went into this with literally no expectations. For once, I did not listen to any leaks. I still heard some leaks, but I was so surprised to see some of them actually become true because I was like, this is batshit crazy, you know. But Nintendo went batshit crazy. Like this was peak, you know. I really I'm glad they did this. This was an amazing direct. We haven't had one of these since like probably like the early Switch life cycle, maybe the Wii U. Like nothing where they had so many good announcements back to back. And this one, it's so good because it was very meaningful. Every announcement they had, I love it. And I'm really looking forward to playing these games and hopefully getting into Metroid for their 3D series and not just their 2D series. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on that. And if you listen until here, I appreciate it. I would appreciate if you could drop a like and subscribe if you want to. I'm just a small creator starting out. This is my second channel, and I'd love to create a community here. If you want to drop any comments on your insight, I would love to hear it. Let's start up a conversation. So yeah. Everyone, have a good day. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna sign off.